We've got a good one on tap today. There's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Smith's Chiefs going up against Rivers' Chargers. With that, let's get out to San Diego. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Diego Chargers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway in San Diego. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Muscles him
on. Oh, my God.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
I know an injury knocked Melvin Gordon out of the last couple of games, so he missed his opportunity to get to 1,000 yards. But does the injury hurt more, or just the fact he didn't get that 1,000 yards?
Yeah, he was on pace for it, obviously. But coming into the season, people were saying this is going to be a good year for him, and we're going to see a bright Melvin Gordon in the future. We saw glimpses of it.
They restructured their offense in order to give him better opportunities, and he took advantage of it.
Scary. He's only 23, folks. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Rivers.
Oh, good one. Good look.
Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that...
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs.
Timeout.
They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Finding time. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
Well, Brandon, when I watch Keenan Allen play, I actually shake my head in amazement sometimes. ACL tears in each leg the last 2 seasons, and now he's back in 2017 sprinting around.
And he'll be 25 at the start of the 2017 season. A lot of people rooting for this guy. You just always worry, though, don't you, when you have an ACL tear, especially in both knees?
You do worry about it, but you also have seen guys who have come back from multiple tears and have had really big-time careers. You know, Frank Gore's done that, and he's now with the Indianapolis Colts. And then you look at Thomas Davis with the Carolina Panthers. 3 times in the same knee, and has come back and had an extraordinary career. So I like the odds for Keenan Allen, and Phillip Rivers really wants him back in a big way. He's his #1 target.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And now what they want to see here, he's still down on the field. Obviously such an important part of their passing game, and the training staff, they're going to have to attend to it.
That's where this game is corny at. When niggas break that pocket, they're supposed to address that this year. You know what I mean?
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Back to the ground.
There we go. There we go.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche.
There we go.
But
Get that.
Come on that play, knifing through
Rivers
and
ain't.
down the ball
See,
carrier.
the problem is Rivers is not a scrambling quarterback to be throwing like that off. You know what I mean? You should be penalized for that. He is not that kind of quarterback.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Flushed out right.
Here we go.
Taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, man. Come on, man. Kick that field goal, man. Kick that field goal. Trying to play real football here, man. Come on, man. Don't hurt yourself.
This one from 35 yards away. And Lambeau will put this one through.
Live to see another day, bro. Timeout's don't mean nothing to me.
Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run out on them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
That's fielded in the end zone.
If you bailed out the AI in my defense, if you broke, scramble out that pocket, you know what I mean? They still ain't fixed that yet. They're supposed to fix that this year. AI still all jacked up. Don't know what man to break off from or none of that.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Smith on first down. Screen pass to Charles.
Come on, see, get the fuck out of my way. Pancake them motherfuckers.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces
touchdown right there, man.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Here we go with Jamal.
Come on, 73? Oh. Another thing about this game. Come on, this game is just all broke, dude. Damn. Same thing, Randy didn't hit nobody.
You've just got to find ways to get the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
Jeez.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. The play clock's running down. Now Smith. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Look at blocks here. That's another thing that's overpowered.
Stopped up at about the 41.
Come on, man.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Box is fucking overpowered. Fucking drops, too many drops. Defensive AI in zones.
Knows how to penetrate upfield and disrupt plays in the backfield.
In motion, the tight end Kelsey. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelsey.
There are certain words that sometimes we overuse, but there's one that's really welcome on a player's resume, and that's the word breakout. And I thought Travis Kelsey was one of the breakout stars of 2016 in the NFL. What a season he had with Kansas City.
Over 1,100 yards. Now, to put that into perspective with everybody else that was catching the football for them, the next closest had 593 for the Chiefs. So, breakout year indeed.
And for me, it's how he did it, because he did it in a variety of ways. Whether he's an inline tight end, a guy who could split out and really become a wide receiver, and then when he caught the ball, he ran like he was a running back.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Caught here by Conley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Smith will hand it off here to Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Yeah, man.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now San Diego
stayed up in that motherfucking kneel.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout
Kneel.
But you gotta like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
This is Gordon.
Let's go. Man, come on, that's a line. Man, that's bullshit.
A sea of Chiefs jerseys in there that time to make the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5.
There we go. Come on, man. I don't know what buttons you pushing. But
wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Come on, man.
One of the beauties of a 3-4
some of the best linebackers in the game. Ain't no fucking way.
And you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football. You can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
On 3rd down, Rivers.
Here we go. Let's go. Oh, come on. 8. What 22? Come on.
To the 21. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
He's a block 22.
Charles be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
After the interception, here's Smith. That is caught inside the 5.
Brandon, another catch for Tyreek Hill. How do you defend him? Because kickoff return, punt return, catching the ball, whether it's a receiver out of the backfield, and of course, you can run it with him too.
Well, let me give you some numbers from last year. To your point, 12 total touchdowns, 6 of them receiving, 3 rushing, and 3 in the return game.
If you're an offensive coordinator and you can't diagram plays for this guy, turn in your clipboard.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll let Charles try and get him in.
Come on, ain't nobody holding their block. Come on, man. I got to hold some block.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help and run support.
Oh, look at this bullshit right here. He ran back late as fuck.
Was the intended target, and it started short.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about
man.
Let's look at just about every position, and sometimes if you lose that leverage,
he ran back late as shit, dude. That nigga was wide open, man.
And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They're going to run with Charles.
You know what?
He's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Look what he came out of. Oh, my God.
So it's 4th down, and the Chiefs called on their kicker, Cairo Santos, for the field goal try.
I don't know how you feel about this new man. I mean, this man, but I can't wait till the new engine, man. I want to see what that shit is. This shit is trash. It's been trash the last 8-10 years.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
I'm a mad
After the
junkie.
field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Afternoon didn't get a whole lot better there. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And we've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number 1.
I'm gonna go back.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive
Come
side
on.
of the ball.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Changes the playbook a little bit.
Like I said, this game is trash. Where's the run fit? Where's the run fits on that play right there? You ran it, came, backed it up. Hey, look, it's a dive. Where the run fits on that play right there? I'm telling you, man, this game straight trash.
Big gain. Let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Boy, they keep adding to this shit.
Now
Look at this.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And partner Antonio Gates coming back for another year. It'll be his 15th season in 2017.
And how about, let's just talk about not just the longevity.
There we go.
But he's in a position now where he can break a tie with Tony Gonzalez because they both have 111 touchdowns at the tight end position. Antonio Gates' first touchdown of 2017, that'll break that tie, and he'll be number 1.
That's what we want.
Probably going to be
That's what we want.
Hunter Henry,
I think timeout right there. That's what
we
we want.
How long he's
we know what you're looking for. We know what you're looking
Think
for.
about this, Philip Rivers.
Okay, you want to stay in that formation.
Hunter Henry's playing well, but Mr. Reliable is Antonio Gates.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. To throw, Rivers.
Give me that. Give me that. You limited, dude. I see that. You limited the formations. I see. Give me that. That wasn't that. For 3rd and 17, that wasn't the type of formation you should have
We'll
been.
see how this is played. Offensively, they've got not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Charles the lone setback. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it running right. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Get 16 yards there.
Come on.
And it'll give the Chiefs a 1st down.
Come on.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through.
And now the ball's loose.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
Takes it back to the house.
Oh my God.
Charger touchdown.
What was that? Another auto block share. Look at that shit.
Obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
Look at that shit.
I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return?
Well, I'm telling you, that's not you with skill, dog. It's the flaw in the game. That was definitely a flaw in the game right there. Fucking block shit. It's all good though. Oh my God.
Two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they see no sense trying to press here. They take the knee.
Come on, dude. I mean, I see it again. I don't know football, dude. You calling timeout for what?
Signal for a timeout.
For
it's just their
what?
first, so they'll have 2 remaining
Oh my God, dude.
They're in tight formation, not going to take any chances, down to a knee, and that should do it for the first half. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining
what?
here.
You're not going to score on me, dude.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts.
Oh, let's go show y'all football. Y'all, oh my God.
Travis Benjamin, deep for San Diego.
Oh, there we go.
Returning, it's Benjamin.
Come on, 8 seconds, dude. Come on, what you gonna do in 8 seconds?
Give him 15.
Come on, man.
Possession will change here with very little time remaining until
Come on,
halftime.
man. Y'all think I'm gonna let you score on me, man? 8 seconds.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just gonna see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there. They may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Look, are you serious? Are you serious? Come on, that was a waste of fucking timeout energy.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL.
Like I said, it ain't you, it's a fucking game, man. You don't even got football knowledge. Come on, man.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys.
Oh, look at that. Look at that drop right there. He got good catching traffic. This game is trash. See how they keep dudes in the game? It's made to keep dudes in the game. Come on. Come on. Get the fuck out of here. Caught the ball and was running with it. I fucking drop it. That's a fumble, if anything.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography.
What I'm talking about, though.
transition is still not
going
to be
Madden.
easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium essentially for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things.
Let's
Obviously,
go.
trying to create an
come back with it, because I know you were going to come back and cover 3 or 2 or whatever.
As the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff,
yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing his
Don't do that. See, why in real football he wouldn't have done that. He would have stopped, turned around, and waited. Why he keep running out of bounds? I mean, come on, man. This game.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught.
No real football elements in this game, man. Come on. Fuck them do that for?
Yards after catch, those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
To the air again, Smith. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Albert Wilson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up there.
Give me that trying to swerve. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Trying to swerve me, man. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. YouTube ass shit.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
22 yards on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Pick up some real skills.
The slot man in motion right.
Look at that, look. Come through. Nobody blocking him. I'm recording this game for a reason. Come right through.
Going with some tempo. On second down, here's Smith. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
This shit is whack.
Charles the lone setback.
Got to fix this game, man.
Play clock winding down. Play clock all
Come
the way
on.
to 0.
Why you-
Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
3rd down, still 14 yards left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin.
I'm going for that.
And
Let's
he'll
go.
go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Too long for a field goal. Too short to punt that in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Kelsey out in the slot right. Back to throw. Smith out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Trying to show them that cover 3, man. Come on, man. I'm eating that cover 3, man. We're going to come out of it.
Not the case.
We're going to come out that cover 3, man.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Come out that cover 3, man.
Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers
that
at the
cover
line
3,
here.
man.
Press coverage look defensively. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Smith now to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back.
I be blocking out there.
He gets it down to the 32.
Come on. When I catch that ball, it's be blocking. Pancake.
And at his size, he's a
pancake. Do it on his back.
He can kind of get lost,
Come on.
make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
Pancake.
That plays to his strengths the best.
On that play.
It keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know,
Dude
they
should
can
be
make
on their
someone
back.
miss in the open field.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Cover 1. Cover 1.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Now with the play clock about
Call
to
it
expire,
timeout,
we get a
man. Call it
whistle
timeout.
and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining
Call
as
that
we step
timeout,
aside
man.
here in the 4th quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Smith. Screen pass to
Come on.
Charles.
Fuck out of here.
That's going to go as a loss
Fuck
of a
outta
yard,
here.
and it'll be 2nd down.
Fuck out of here with that play right there. There's no fucking way.
Early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And now they're in the hurry up. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
And he motions the wide receiver. Short yardage situation. Here's Charles.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Why my man sliding? Ain't nobody even over there. Why is my man sliding and sucking into the player? This game. This game is straight trash. Look, stay still in cover 3. Come on, man. I showed you I'm eating that cover 3. You just won't come out of it, dude.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Smith now on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver.
Now we got to get you up out of that that double tight end set. You know what I mean? And get you up out of that double tight end set.
They use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide,
now you got to have some formations, man. Now we're going to see where you at. Can't come out in that shit. You do, you're a football fool.
Now after the
not enough time. You down by 2 scores.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
So you keep, each time you come out, but you ain't crossed the 20 yet. Come on, man. Get to 25, man. Get to 25, man. Come on, man. You giving me yards. Oh, you still coming on that shit. Okay. Okay.
Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Okay. All right. Well.
The 20, 10, 5,
all right.
all the way in. Touchdown.
So you're simple, man. You stay in one formation, one defense. Okay.
Yards. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
Okay.
Lambo to add on the extra point.
Pretty much the same play. Okay. I got you. Some dude. This is where, you know, I know you got your own little scheme, but this is where the game is corny because that's not real football. Dudes don't stand on one formation and on one defense, one offense the whole game. You know what I mean? You should be penalized for that. This game should be built on your skills and your scheme knowledge. And what kind of plays you could develop. You know what I mean? You know, sticking to a glitch play or a money play. Let's go. It's too much speed. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You know, just like I said, this is over. This game over, dog. But like I was saying, this is where Madden over the last 7 years and got corny. You know what I mean? The game is really played for non-players. You know what I mean? Like women, children, and kids. You know what I mean? And they got away from like real simulated football. Back like PlayStation 2, 05, 06, 07, 08. You know what I mean? Those are real good games. And if you didn't know football, you couldn't play it. But I guess people was complaining and bitching and moaning. So when the PlayStation 4 came out, they made a game that could appeal to everybody. You know what I mean? No matter what your football knowledge was, and it was made with glitches in it. So if you exploit the game, find a play or two, you can stay in that 1-2 plays, whether it's offense, defense, all game. You know what I mean? So with this new engine, it's going to go back to what it should be. You know what I mean? You boys ain't, I don't know what y'all going to be able to do.
Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy.
We there now. We there. You look at one man. You're looking for one dude. Same formation. Same formation. Watch this. Watch. Same formation. One man, same formation.
And let the other team know they were coming after him.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. One man in the backfield is Gordon. Here's Rivers. Flush to his right.
There it is. Nope. Got to run, sprint out, throw it back. See what I'm saying? That's all that money shit.
And they decided to cover
Nope.
on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game.
Let's go here. We're going right here.
Finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing, Rivers, deep drop.
Look, still throwing it. Oh, that's, see, it's a glitch in the game. That's a glitch in the game.
On the hook up there. 55 yards. And a two-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge
That's a glitch in the game.
What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time.
Now a hit, and Rivers
We'll take that.
Look.
Prime, this going to show you. Right there, it shows you. Lineman picks the ball up and runs it in. You know what I mean? All them heads, all them white jerseys around that ball. Same play. You stayed an ace tight end drag. Ace tight end drag. That's a money play. Pretty much. You know what I mean? But the flaws of the game, you see that right there. Keeps you in the game. Enough said. I'm done talking. All right, bro. Good game. Oh, you trash, dude. You trash in this game. What are you talking about? You got one play.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Charles the low setback. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they'll get it up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Like I said, bro, you bonked. Good game, though. You know what I mean? But it wasn't you or your skills. It was the game itself. Efficiencies in this game kept you in this game, pretty much, and the glitching.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. Smith going to turn and give to Charles. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here's Charles. And an alley to run. Jamal Charles, nobody in front. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get
look at the bullshit right there.
That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now a first down following that long gain. They run it. It's Charles. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from San Diego.
Just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, 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 oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care when we're dancing tonight. Just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Can I get an amen when the night ends? There's no winner when you're walking alone. Sliding down the last street as the day creeps. What you doing with nobody at home? Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? Faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say, don't you say it. Don't say, don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, pull and make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Tales of an endless ride. Cursed is a fool who's willing. Can't change the way we are. One kiss away from killing. Don't you say it. Don't say, don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, pull and make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Like a river, like a river. Like a river, like a river. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's an AFC West divisional matchup featuring two players who are leaders in the linebacking corps. It's Brandon Marshall going up against Derek Johnson. With that, we're up to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where we welcome in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Charles, the lone setback. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, Smith. He's got the hook up with Conley. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Smith caught here by Conley. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On the ground, it's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. And Jamal Charles, nobody in front. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, 61 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First carry for Justin Forsett. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Simeon now to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. Third down here. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here's Simeon, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They are going to go. It's Simeon. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Smith on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos, it's a sack. Derek Wolfe in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jeremy Maclin, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He was trying to find Justin Forsett that time. That'll bring up second down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
Second and 10, Simeon again. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas.
Well, the bad news, the Denver Broncos didn't make the playoffs, but the good news for Demaryius Thomas, he was over 1,000 yards again as a receiver.
6th straight year he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit. Any of that due to the change at quarterback?
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had to get used to 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the football. I think that yards per catch will go back up when he gets some consistency.
And he might have got this across midfield. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. To throw on second is Simeon. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Back to the air, Simeon on second down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Simeon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. After the interception, here's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Aqib Talib is one of the great gambling corners in the league. When he gets an idea and a notion and jumps a route, it often results in 6 points for his team.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Here we go.
On 2nd down for Seth. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Simeon. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he coughed it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And his throw is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They begin the drive with Charles. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But they face a second and long to start things out. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Smith now on second down. Screen pass to Charles. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Charles the lone setback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. Jamal Charles, nobody in front. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Back to the air, Simeon on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Yards to go on third. Throwing on third down, Simeon. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return will stop right around the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
Got to give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down. That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. To play here in quarter number 2. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Catch here, left side, Thomas. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. Third and long. It's Simeon. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. Charles the lone setback.
Ready. Force. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Force. Under.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The Pro Bowl end, DeMarcus Ware there to take him down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
To throw on second down is Smith. And Conley's got it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. 3rd and 2, Smith. It's Hill, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
To the air, Smith on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing is Smith. Screen pass to Charles. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
On 4th down, Smith. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a gain of 7, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Charles the lone setback. Here's Smith. He's got time. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Second and 10, Simeon again. He sets to fire deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here's Riley Dixon now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Park. Return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Kelsey out in the slot right. After the interception, here's Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there at 22.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for
oh, dude, you going to use my same defenses, man? Come on, man.
Opportunity. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff left. Jamal Charles. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
In motion left goes a tight end. Again, it's Charles. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there. Now 4th down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second and 10. It's Lynch again. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 75 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. 10th carry now for Jamal Charles. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Here's Smith now on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, it's Lynch. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On second down, here's Lynch. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. They go back to the air here after the INT. Wide open receiver complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill taking it in. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He was looking for Jordan Norwood that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Back to the air, Simeon on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, here's Simeon. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Shift together here from the D-line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Simeon. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10. Simeon again. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st and 10, Simeon.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Simeon on 3rd down. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Trevor Simeon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They run. Charles. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Charles the lone setback. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And able to find Conley. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
Smith on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the All-Pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. After the interception, here's Simeon. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And the yards per carry average goes up for one of the best yards per carry guy in the league ever, Jamal Charles.
He really is something, isn't he? Because it's not just a matter of him being fast. We know that he's that. But how much control he has when he's running with the ball. I mean, he can make people miss. He can go by them. Drop his shoulder occasionally, show a little bit of power. He has it all. No surprise that he gets some big-time explosive runs.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Charles the low setback. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. 3rd and long, it's Smith. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Now they send a man in motion right. Smith throwing again. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. DeMarcus Ware in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence that they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Simeon, that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that ball did not travel 10 yards. It's a penalty. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage looks defensively. On the counter, it's Charles. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Darian Stewart there to bring him down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? These guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Fresh set of downs here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing now, Smith. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second and 10, Smith again. Quick slant, that's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Jamal Charles on 3rd down. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Charles the lone setback. Back to throw, Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Smith going to throw it. Screen pass to Charles. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the